Hey Sag, what's going on? We're here with your reading, what you need to know for July. Welcome. Alright, first card that we have out is Ten of Swords. Second card that we have out is Four of Wands. Ten of Swords is going to be the closing out of something. So there's a chapter that will be finalizing. Having Four of Wands after, Four of Wands is a card of celebration. It is a card of congratulations. It's a card that represents times when they feel good and when they feel balanced, and it feels like there's harmony in the inner workings of things. So this Ten of Swords, even though it may be something difficult, because tens can usually feel difficult, even if you know that you're getting to a place that's better, it can be difficult to shed, it can be difficult to let go. But as you finalize something, you can feel like this is for the sake of balance within my life, and that's why this is so important. So actually this Ten of Swords is leading into things being harmonious and working in the way that they're supposed to, functioning in the way that they're supposed to. You can be feeling very happy about that, even though something can initially feel like, oh, I really got to let this go, or this is really done now. At the same time, you can feel like it's birthing a new energy that is very balanced, and you can feel happy because of that. You can feel like it took a lot to get through this, too. All right, Sagittarius, what am I seeing here? I'm seeing something that initially you could have found yourself in a situation, some type of cycle, where you thought like something was going to be the answer, or it was for a short period of time, but you could also have felt like it wasn't the real deeper answer or resolution for you. Some of you, this has to do with a relationship or a living situation, a work situation. Whatever this is, you could have felt like it was disruptive. Like on the surface, it could have looked good, but the deeper feeling that you had about it was that it wasn't harmonious internally for you. So you could have felt like, yeah, as much as sort of I know what I'm doing here and to put my energy into it, I also feel like there's something clinging to me that isn't feeling right here. The Devil is something where it's like trying to solve something, like trying to fulfill something, trying to find an answer, but the Devil is the way that we go about something where we're not actually getting to the root of what's going on. And so as much as it can sort of take care of the symptom of something that we're dealing with, it's like the problem remains. Having Eight of Cups feels like a moment where you're looking at this and being like, I'm actually really seeing this for what it is, and I'm seeing that at this point, I'm not satisfied with something that's not going to get to the problem. So before, you could have been moving through something and being like, it's fine that this is just taking care of the symptoms of whatever the issue is. Like, I can deal with that. I can live with that. But Eight of Cups feels like getting to a point where you're like, that's not enough for me now. And I'm seeing this actually be a huge win for you. So Eight of Cups is that moment where you're like, it's not enough. It's not getting to the root. And I'm looking for something deeper, and I want to connect in a way that I'm not feeling connected here. And I'm seeing Six of Wands. So this is like, I'm seeing this be a huge win for you. Huge win for you right now in your life. You can feel too, look at like it took a lot to get here. Like it took a lot to get to this place. Whatever it was that you were connected with, you could have felt like it carried like a superficial harmony within your life, but again, you could have felt like it didn't cut any deeper than that. And you could have felt initially like it's okay like this, but I get the feeling of getting to a point where like it's not enough anymore, and I'm not feeling like whatever it is that you're looking to connect with or looking to feel or experience got to the point where you're like, I'm not finding that here, and this is feeling like it's time for this to be closing out because of that. On to the next. What are you doing now? I'm seeing the Magician. I want to say this again. You closing out this cycle is a very big deal. I'm seeing you be released from something that could have had like a deep hold on you. Even if it didn't feel like that much, it could have been something that it was like some type of complicated situation. Having this Ten of Swords is like, finally this can turn into something else. Like, I don't have to keep repeating this anymore, be here anymore. So you're really pulling yourself out of this situation. And also too, like looking for something deeper where you're like, this shows you being in a position where you're more sort of in tune and present to your inner workings, whereas before you could have felt like I only need to connect with myself right now, like on a surface level. Now this shows that because you're seeking in a deeper way, this isn't going to do it for you anymore. And so I'm seeing it be profound for that reason, because you can feel like you're really tuned in now, like you're really getting plugged in, and you're like, what am I supposed to be connecting with now? So having Six of Wands, this shows that this is a very prolific move for you to be making. Having the Magician, it's kind of like, now that this is over, or now that I'm not going to be doing this anymore, or like my brain isn't involved in this situation, what am I going to use it for now? Having Ten of Swords in the Magician, like, what am I going to create now? What is my intention now? What's going to happen? How do I want to work with what I have in front of me? You may choose to take a little bit of a break first. You may feel like you need to recharge a little bit first, or you could be in a spot where you're like, I just want to bring things that feel peaceful in right now, things that don't cause a lot of waves. I want to be clear-headed maybe before I bring anything else in, or try to do anything else, or manifest anything else, or give my attention to anything else. Okay. I am seeing you getting connected. It's going to be a process. Magician is kind of like the blank slate, blank canvas in front of you, and you're like, what am I going to put on here? Four of Swords is, let me make sure that I have everything that I need before I get started. Let me also make sure that like mentally I'm in the space that I need to be in before I get started. Ace of Swords feels like, now that I have separated myself from this thing that was taking care of the symptoms but not getting to the root, now that I'm not chained to that aspect of the cycle anymore, I feel like I can see things clearly. And that's the moment where I'm seeing your intuition come through, and you have a very clear conversation with it. So you can feel like when you were sitting there, like, what do I put on the canvas now? This is that moment where it enters in, and it's like, this is what we're gonna make, you know? This is what I wanna make. This is what I feel inspired to do. Right on track. I'm seeing us end with the Star here. You can feel like you're back to where you're supposed to be. This can be happening towards the end of July. You can be experiencing this. For those of you that you're on that timeline, really, the timeline can be different for each of you, even if the process is sort of the same thing. So what I'm seeing is that you extricate yourself from something. I'm seeing this be a huge win for you. There's an ending that's associated with that, like final call, that type of thing. Something that you had been caught up in, you recognize, like, I need something deeper than this, and it's not satisfying that within me because I'm in a space where I'm more emotionally present, or more like intuitively present, energetically present, internally present. And making that move, I'm seeing it be a huge win. So you can feel like I am doing what is right for myself coming out of this. Like this is, again, just like a win for you. You would feel like that moving through this. Like I'm not stuck there anymore. Having Magician feels like now I'm in a spot where I'm getting my mind right, my mentality right. I'm touching base with my true pure intention, and I'm also seeing how that had been creating some type of haze for me. The devil will be something that, as much as it can be taking care of a symptom, there's also like a price that you pay for being involved in it, and it's something that I'm hearing obfuscates. It's something that it can just cloud your judgment, and it kind of has to have this effect where it pulls you into a cycle and keeps you running within that. So now that you extricate yourself from that, it's like it's like you're sober from it, whatever it was for you. So you're clear-minded. And I'm seeing that happen, it looks like in the middle of the month, if you're on that timeline. I'm seeing this be like the majority timeline, okay? And then what I'm seeing is like when you get that like breakthrough, my ear ringing 1122. If you guys look up the angel number, you may find something that will give more details about this. When you have this breakthrough, when you're like, okay, I can see clearly, there's not like a fogginess anymore around this, I'm seeing then you like receive the message from your intuition or from your feelings, and it like is very, very clear when this comes through, and it's like, go that way. I'm seeing it be like a North Star moment where you know exactly where you're going and what's going to be happening. And so taking that time, once you break away from what this is, taking that time to like center and clear your mind and get into the right space, I'm seeing it be like right as that clarity comes to you, whatever this is that you're connecting with that's going to guide you through the next cycle comes to you and it's like, hey, I'm here, this is where we're going to be going. I'm seeing it happen very synchronistically for you. Like right at that moment where you're like, okay, I'm clear-headed, what next? It's like in that moment, there is a message for you, and it's going to help guide you through the next cycle that you will be moving through, and you will feel like I'm in the right place, I'm on track. But something did need to come to an end. Could have been difficult to close that out, but now it feels like it's going to free you up to be putting your energy where you want to be putting your energy, and to be focusing on what you want to be focusing on. And you can also feel like you get some of your creativity back, or some of your spark within life can feel like it, feel more like yourself. I'm seeing Capricorn and I'm seeing Aquarius here. You may have Capricorn placements, Aquarius placements, and I'm seeing Mercury too. There could have been something that you worked to stabilize that ended up needing to be taken apart. But if that is the case, it would only be happening because something is like not as it's supposed to be within your life. So if you felt like you invested in something and it was supposed to stay as it was, and there was an energy that came through and sort of disfigured it a bit, just know that it was to be able to fortify something. So if you were like, no, I was just like building that up and all these pieces came out of it, just know that it's to fortify the structure, to make something stronger, okay? All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.